Hello. So in the last video, I thought I was done with the past authoring program, but then I failed to see that you got to do the analysis of each experience. So now I'm actually getting close to being done with it. It's been an awakening. I mean, I think some of this I kind of knew already, like, you know, like what I was doing wrong and stuff, but yet when I wrote it out, it just seemed more like more repetitive, you know, like I started to see the patterns of why I was like messing up, you know, or like why I kept screwing myself, basically, you know. A lot of it too, like, because I've been watching Jordan Peterson's lectures, and, you know, I'm getting a little bit more of a moral education, which that I never got that, you know, growing up. I mean, maybe like somebody would say like, don't do that, or you shouldn't do that, but that didn't really, you know, like if I'd had somebody explain to me in a different way, like what it means, why you need to strive for the good, you know, like if I had it explained to me the way that Jordan Peterson like explains this kind of stuff, I think it would have been a lot easier for me to, you know, understand that than, you know, like when you go to church or whatever. Like I remember going to church when I was young, you know, like I'd go every so often, like for, like usually it was because like friends of mine were going or something, so I'd go with, but you know, it never really, I didn't understand the, like, you know, you go in there and like some of the Bible stories and all that stuff wasn't, I was like, this isn't real, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that can't really happen. You know, like, there's no hell, there's no, you know, like the threats of like going to hell and all that stuff. Like, I didn't fully understand, you know, how big of a deal it is to do the right thing, you know, or to, you know. But then, like, I think that my childhood trauma had a significant impact on me being able to, like, form intimate relationships and stuff, because I realized that my mother's, you know, pathological, and so she was my primary everything growing up, so that was my model for, you know, relationships, and there was nobody else really that, I don't know, I just thought that there was just a lot of confusion about a lot of things, you know. And I think yeah, like between watching the lectures, you know, by Jordan Peterson and then combining this program has really like helped me to see like my mistakes and stuff, like where I'm, you know, plus, you know, like learning about like gender differences and stuff. Like I didn't, you know, when you grow up like without a dad and you grow up without, yeah, male role models and stuff, I mean, you kind of make up your own version of of reality, I guess, you know. At least that's what I must have done, you know. So now it's like I'm getting, you know, it sucks to have to like see, to get like properly educated about stuff like at 40. It would have been nice to not make all those mistakes, and but anyway, yeah, so I'm like really, I'm excited to see like what happens with the rest of this, like as I progress through all the sections of the suite. Alright, that's it. Thank you for listening.